Hello cat and welcome to your own personal let's play. Shut up. I talk now. So at the beginning of the first episode I'm gonna talk a little bit about the gameplay mechanics of this game and the elements of it. And as you can see we have this little town here. What this means is we have some things still locked, the tutorial isn't completely over. But what we have is we have a stagecoach where we can hire new recruits. Actually I think actually I'm gonna get this grave arbor because I want to use it in the next.
To those with a keen eye,
in the next one.
Gold gleams like a
We have
dagger's
a tower
point.
for stress relief. Same for the abbey, which is like a cloister. Like, it's not a cloister only. It has some things in here. This guy is an annoying guy, but we can't change him that he's here. We have a sanatorium, which is allowed to put your character in here and remove one of its bad traits or lock in one of its good ones, but that obviously costs a lot of money, which I do not have. And there's also disease ones, but this character doesn't have diseases. Then there's the guild, which you use to change your skills and or upgrade them if your guild is high enough. But how to do that, I will explain later.
A strict regimen is paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
That because I want to change my my little hero here a bit. Oh, I actually have to. I'm not gonna buy all of them. Anyway, yeah, this is the heroes we have available currently. You can put them in the stress relief if they have stress, which is here. I will explain stress later on, how it works. We also have a blacksmith where we can upgrade our armor. Our blacksmith is not upgraded enough yet, so that's an issue. There's two things that you can spend in. There's gold, which is used for upgrading your heroes and putting them into stress relief, and there's heirlooms, which you use to upgrade your town, so to speak. Upgrade it like so you can upgrade more of your armor or your guild or sanatorium so it's more effective and stuff like that. There's two things that we have locked in here so far. One of them is the survivalist, which is useful for camping, which I will also explain later, and there's also the nomad wagon. But instead of explaining you everything in here, by the way, this is the town that I called it. It's the darkest Mish town to the state. You might see something in there. Anyway, then at the bottom right, yes, I know. And at the bottom right we have objectives and what happened in the week. We unlocked the guild and stuff like that. Our trinkets, which we do not have a lot, and I'm actually gonna sell this for gold because I need it. The trinket is not good, I can tell you that. And glossary explaining it. What is this again? Oh yeah, objects. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I'm gonna embark now. And I'm gonna throw the cultist away. I haven't named my characters yet, but I like to put them like in colors. Actually, I don't like any of them. Well, I like this one. I like that color red. I think this one has a red one, and I think this one has a red one. Okay. You can also see their skills in here. You can have, like, each hero has a choice of 7 skills, but you can only use 4 in combat. You can switch them around though a bit. I think actually I forgot if I can upgrade this guy. Yeah, I can. I don't know what I do with him though. I think I'm gonna use him as a melee fighter. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do great shot, pistol shot, and I might not use that. I'll use open vein for the bleed. But that's gonna be this guy. Changing his skill around a bit. I'm gonna do it like this so I don't confuse myself. Pistol shot. And then this. Same for Vestal. Vestals, I will explain every hero in detail. Just a moment. Stun, attack, single, and multi-heal. To the face. Slashing daggers, the thrown dagger, and the poison darts. I did that one, and this one has the crushing blow, the stun, the riposte, and the party debuff. So as you can see, each hero has like different quirks. There's positive ones and there's negative ones. The negative ones aren't always bad. This one is bad though because soft, less HP. And then you can see their resistances. Trap is doesn't really matter at the moment, to be honest. There's trap, move, so because you can get moved around in your party. There's disease, which I will talk about. The death blow, which I will also talk a bit later. Let's just stop talking. Let's just start the game. Oh yeah, we can have four. There are 4 places we can go, and I will choose to go to the ruins, depending on the loot. I'm gonna start with the medium so I can explain camping. So camping is something unique in this one. Gonna get some more of those. Gonna put like those 3 keys, torches, and food. To explain the provision that you can, food is to restore your health, and it's needed because sometimes your characters starve or like are hungry and you need to feed them. Shovels are to remove some obstacles, which you will see. Anti-venom is to counter poison, bandages to counter bleeding, medical herbs to remove debuffs or some stuff in game, keys is to unlock chests. Holy water is to purge evil, I actually forgot to buy that, and torches is to light up our torch, which is a unique element of this game. And I don't have trinkets, I don't think any... No, I don't have any trinkets, so I'm just gonna mark. But yeah, this Darkest Dungeon is like a dungeon crawler RPG with permadeath elements. It's like a little bit of XCOM, if you have heard about that game, where it involves strategy and stuff like
Pace out
that.
the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Yes, okay. 1 second though. Okay, sorry, that actually took a little bit longer. At least, well, in the video you won't see it, but there was a problem with the edges down there, which I wanted to show you. Anyway, we can see our provision and how much backpack space we have, and also we have here, we have our map, and our objective here is to explore... Oops, don't move. Explore 90% of it, and this room layout is actually not the best. I think, yeah, I have to go in a very annoying way with it. So those are curios, which are appear on the pathway. You can open them just like that, but there's some items are interactive with other things. And this one in particular, the display cabinet, the locked display cabinet, can be opened by a key. And by doing that, we have a guaranteed chance to get drops, and it also negates the effect of getting bleeded, or like getting some negative effects, basically. Then there's also the torch. The torch is an interesting element where the more torch light you have, the better it is, the higher the chances to scout, which is seeing beforehand on the room what is going to lie upon you, and the chance to surprise enemies, which pretty much grants you a free turn before them. And the lower the light is, the more damage and more accuracy the monsters have, but also your crits increase and you get more loot. So yeah, that's the torch mechanic. Anyway, and this you have to explore things, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna try to keep my torch up as high as possible. And that's scouting. You can see ahead what you can see. This room is gonna be empty, and there's 1 creature on the way, which now we know that. I think I'm gonna go down here and then up and then make like a very annoying way. This is an alchemy table. You can do 2 things with it. You can interact it just like that. You can also place herbs in it to cleanse it, sort of, or you can also put a torch in it to fully light up your torch. Also, you can see, you know, now it's a dim light, and it's gonna attacks that induce stress are gonna be more damaging, or more stressful rather. But you can put, I'm gonna put those in so I can get more loot, which was not really worth it, but hey, such is RNG. So we know this room is empty, so there's not gonna be there. No scouting, so it just means we're gonna go ahead and make our way. We can't see enemies
In
ahead.
Radiance, may we find victory.
They just sort of appear, so it's like always a surprise. But sometimes you can tell, like, if there's something in the middle, if there's something in here in the middle that is in the background, which you can tell. but it's always gonna be a fighting, which you can know ahead. Okay, so there's one battle and there's one cure, and I think actually since I would have to backtrack a lot, I'm just gonna leave it. I know it's hard that fighting is not gonna be very.
The way is
I
lit.
actually want to
The
fight a
path
bit,
is
but
clear.
fighting is not
We
necessary.
require
It
only
gives
the
you loot,
strength to follow
sometimes
it.
good, sometimes bad, but it's not necessary. Just gonna make our way in here then. Okay, that was a
Ancient
trap.
traps lie in wait,
Traps damage.
unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Traps damage you, but they also. Oops, sorry. Traps damage you and also introduce stress. If you scouted them ahead, you can actually disarm them and give yourself some stress back.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted
Yeah, we
and
didn't have the
purpose is
luxury here.
made clear.
Nothing happening in those rooms. That's really surprising. But the stack content's always open. You can just open it. It's never gonna hurt you. It's either gonna be empty or it's gonna have loot inside of it. It's pretty straightforward. This is hunger, as I've talked. That's why you take food with you. You can eat it, and your heroes are gonna be happy.
The light,
Thinking about the
promise of
heroes,
safety.
so I have 4 different ones. I have the Man-at-Arms, which is a melee striker that excels in defending but also debuffing. Okay, I'm gonna talk about them later. This here is actually not great. This can either be it has a higher chance to be bad, and it just happened to us, so gave us stress because our Man-at-Arms read something bad. The Highwayman fighting, and they got surprised. The surprise just simply means that we get to attack them first. Normally that would work out with speed modifiers. So for example, this unit has 8 speed, and those that have only 3, so it's more likely to attack before them. But now that they're surprised, every one of them is gonna attack last, regardless of speed modifier. I'm gonna try to take out the spider first and dodge the attack, which is actually very unfortunate. Okay, no, not the desert light. I'm gonna try to get the
Their
maggot.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And I will try to punch this spitter in its face, which didn't really work out. I'm gonna try to shoot. Wow, the RNG is so bad. Okay, so it's now their turn. It's like it's turn-based strategy after all. Okay, that's a lucky dodge. It's good. Wow, the maggot attacked before our grave robber, who has freaking 9, 8 or something speed. So anyway, yeah, I want the Man-at-Arms. He's excelled in melee fighting, stunning, and buffing or protection. Our grave robber here is good for range, for dodging, and for
destroy.
in some cases he's like really good in moving around our ranks, but we didn't give him the skill for that, or her. Sorry, Mr. Grave Robber. The Highwayman is a ranged unit, pretty straightforward. Can attack melee, can attack range, sometimes some self buffs, and the Vestal is like stunning and can interact with the torch a bit and heal our party members as well. So that's pretty much the class that we have. Like we have a ranger, we have a melee fighter. Ooh, a lot of enemies. That's gonna be an annoying fight. Have the goblets only do some stress. You can also see if they use the skill. You can see their skills in the bottom right. I can't see it now. You can see their attacks in the bottom right. This one has, and what effects it has, like Eldritch Pull, it's the move skill, and the stressful incantation gives you stress. You can also see which units didn't take a turn in this round by looking at the right. Yeah, you can see like actions remain 1, and we're gonna try to kill the Golden Acolyte because stress actually is a really big deal in here. I'm gonna roll this because we have a chance to make them slower, which was my intention. I'm gonna try to kill. It has a 50% for crits. Crits are good in this game because not only it does more damage, but it also relieves some stress from the units, which is excellent. The stress is. I haven't actually talked about why stress is bad. Stress is bad in 2 ways. Sometimes some traits and quirks are affected by stress, and sometimes it's like if your stress is over 50%, your unit deals less damage, and you don't want that, right? But it also has another thing, which is called infliction.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Not cultist, whatever. Sometimes it has yeah, your hero can be inflicted if your stress is getting to 100, and that pretty much means that they will either get inflicted or they will gain heroic. If they go heroic, they lose some stress, a lot of stress actually, and gain some positive abilities. And I think you can see the chance, I believe. No, maybe not. I can't see it at least here, so never mind me. Gonna stun the dude. He still has a turn. Yep, stunned it. Stun just pretty much removes his turn, and then buffs it for stun resistance for the round. But yeah, your hero can either get if your stress meter is full, you can either get heroic, which will give you some buffs, or it will get you inflicted, which your stress is gonna be kept at the side.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Your stress is gonna stay, but also you have some like debuffs which you can't remove, or it's very difficult to remove them. It's only viable via camping, which I'm actually gonna do in a moment. I want to camp a little bit. I don't touch bookshelves. They can give you positive quirks, negative quirks. They can also fuck you up completely. But yeah, I'm gonna camp here. If there's no fighting. Yep, there's not. So camping is a unique element. You can
gathered close in tenuous firelight, an uneasy companionship.
There's two ways to do it. We're just gonna do that because I don't have a lot of food. You have points, and every single of your heroes have like some camping skills as well. So for example, this one has Pep Talk, which is a buff for stress damage. It has Maintain Equipment for protection and damage, and every single hero and class has like different ones. Some of them overlap. For example, yeah, as you can see, Pep Talk is something that I think every hero can have. Wound Care is also one of those things. I'm gonna see if I want to reduce this guy's stress, but I don't believe that this is not gonna be possible. I'm just gonna reduce his stress to limited. Yeah, it's gonna buff him with some stress damage, which is okay. Gallus Homer is actually one thing that does that. Up to stress damage. That's fine. And prevents nighttime. Yeah, there's nighttime ambush, which is not great. And so I'm just gonna do this. It also ups the surprise element against monsters. And I don't think we have any more points left, so we're just gonna rest. It looks bad, but there's nothing to fear here. I am blessed with good health, for today at least. I just
the match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I'm gonna move up and then left, so we have less backtracking. And there was a trap, which we didn't scout,
watch your
so
step.
it stresses her. Yes, watch your step. No shit. Bit too late, sorry. It's really little fighting, honestly. Like, usually there's a lot more fighting, but then again, that's because like we're still low level. It's not a tutorial section, at least. Oh my god, the traps! I wish I could show you the trap mechanics first, but we haven't gotten really lucky with scouting. Ooh! Didn't surprise them, which is... it's bad. Okay, so we have an Arbalest as well, which is a ranged unit that shoots arrows at us. Doesn't really do much else. No, I want to kill it. Do more than 4 damage, thank you. There's also, okay, another element of this game is when the enemies die, they leave a corpse.
Green ears, blurred vision.
Yeah, crits can also get critted and get stress onto you. What was I saying? There's corpses, right, and those corpses, like, they take over the space of the unit that was there. So you either have to kill them to advance, like the unit from back to move up, or you just pull them with some movement skills and stuff. And why that's important is, for example, like this. I believe this guy, for example, he can only hit the first 3 units, but if you would want to kill this, hit this unit, you would kill the corpse. You would have to kill the corpse first before being able to attack it. But we're not gonna do that because we have other units to kill. Something to note is if units die by bleed, by blight damage, or via a crit, they actually don't leave a corpse. And some other monsters also don't leave corpses. Anyway, I'm gonna stun this. I will try to stun this. I'm waiting for the old god, pretty much a melee attack. Well, it does some stress, but also pretty much only mainly does bleed damage. I'm gonna try to kill this guy with ranged units. Oh, you're fine. And we got a lucky kill. And I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna damage this guy until he's dead. It's gonna be a pretty simple fight. Okay, he gets one more hit. This can quit. Fine. This and the kick to the face. Okay, heirlooms. Yeah, sometimes you can get heirlooms. Heirlooms are used
so
to upgrade your town, pretty much.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Yeah, this guy talks a lot. I'm gonna do Holy Fountain. I forgot what it does, but Holy Water works there. I think it just heals you and... Okay, it does that. Then we did it with the right unit, because I think our Vestal is gonna do some stress relief when she is in town. When we go back. You can also... It's possible to retreat, like to abandon the quest. If you're like... Well, if you have like trouble surviving and you want to keep your units alive, then you can do that, but it also gives them a lot of stress, and then you have to deal with it, and you don't get the quest rewards. You only get the loot that you pretty much had on your characters, which is not always a bad thing. You can actually, I can actually show you the affliction thing now. So stack of books, you can either interact them or you can actually burn them for stress, and I'm actually gonna do that, which is a bad idea. It's a really bad idea, but I want to show you the stress thing. So this unit just gained full stress, right? And now it is abusive, so it got a debuff.
One can sometimes find clarity in madness.
It will actually talk a lot
rarely.
now. Well, abusive, I don't know what abusive is. I think it, like, when you miss or when you do attacks, it sometimes starts to talk and it's starting to bully you, which is it's part of the game. And then we have to deal with it. But you see, like, its stress is full, but it's not completely full. And the thing is, if it reaches again to 100, it will get a heart attack. And that can kill our unit. Which is bad, because we don't want to lose our units, right? Let's see. Oh, there's a tank here. So there's tank here. And we got a surprise, so we got our free turn. I'm gonna try to kill the Acolyte first, because the Acolyte has stress. It will mainly target the Vestal now because he's stressed out. Oh, got critted. So no corpse and stress relief. If it had any stress, which it doesn't, apparently. Yeah, it's a shot. I was thinking about because I can crush now with this unit on this guy, but I'd rather not take the chance and just go for the kill. It was turning out to be exact. Now they get the turn because they get the left of surprise. Yeah, it's pretty standard attacks. It's pretty good. Pretty okay. Yes, and this is what she does now. She will bully our units. I'm actually gonna try to stun this one, and I will focus my damage. Okay, that's done. You can see there resistance is about the bottom right. Bottom right on the left one. The resistance that matter. And also a few other stats like human, which is important because there's some like bonus damage against some type of units, and some other things like your chance to hit this hero and crit chance and all that kind of stuff. Yes. Okay, I regret my decision to show you the stress meter, but might as well do that, right? Can it kill? No, I misclicked! I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I'll get the free kill. Attack, that's fine. Didn't crit, so it didn't. Yes, how uninspiring. I know. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna try to kill this unit fast because the speed is higher, so it has a bigger chance to attack. Yes, and now it's stressed us all, and that's why you should hopefully never get even fully stressed out. Hey, okay then. Good, thank you. I've got some good loot.
Be wary.
So we could, now the quest is
Triumphant
complete
pride
because we explored 90% of the
precipitates a
rooms,
dizzying
but
fall.
we're gonna continue the adventure because I am interested in what this, if there's anything in that room. But we got the heirloom chest. We got some food, which we should eat. We got some sapphire, which I'm gonna replace my holy water with, and a torch. So we're just gonna head back to here. It's very unlikely that we're gonna need the holy water because holy statues are not very likely. And move to this room. Oh, there's another torch. You salvaged Unborn Church. Thank you. Pretty much good to keep. Oh my god, bookcase again. Let's just hope there's some fighting in here. If not, then we wasted our time here. Which is fine. Oh, there's some fighting here. And there's a chest. And there's some surprises. Look. Well, not very likely because we have a buff. But anyway. Crit? Or just completely business. Thank you. Now I'm actually thinking if we should. Thank you. Now we can. We should try to kill someone, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. So we're just gonna attack this one for the damage so we can kill it next round, and we're gonna pistol shot the courtier, has higher chance to hit. And because it's a far on the end, so it will hit it. Oh, the unit missed. Lucky. This unit, the stone soldier, pretty much only does melee attacks. Nothing. I don't think. Yeah, it can do. If it's on the third position, it's gonna try to advance because it's not favorable. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's good. Okay, nice. Just attack this unit as well. Gonna try to stun this brawler because he actually will get a hit off, but he didn't get stunned, so never mind me. I'm gonna hit this guy, and I hope my Harvard goes first. I can try to kill the both, but it was missing 1 damage, so this guy gets a turn, which doesn't matter if it doesn't. If it crits, it's bad, but it doesn't matter that it didn't. It's gonna be alright. Didn't matter which attack I did, so it's the last remaining for us.
Ghoulish horrors.
I know that this chest, if you fail, you get bled. So I'm checking like my resistances. Oh yeah, if you are inflicted, your resistances all are lower, except death blow resistance, which is a term that I will explain when necessary, because now it doesn't really matter. I don't think you can use your key here, can you? No, you can't. Can you use your shovel? No, you can't. I don't think you can actually use anything, and it's trapped, so you're fucked. But we can return to quest. The quest is complete.
The great ruins belong
now
to
that's the
us,
reward we got for the quest reward, and that's
we
the
will
treasure that we
find
collected.
whatever secrets they hold.
Not a lot, to be honest. And the heirlooms that we collected as well. And now we will show you another unique element of this game, how it works. So, okay, this is bad, but never mind then. You see those theater masks now, and what those are is they will give you either random positive or negative or a disease. So let's see. This guy gave us -1, which is less crit, which is okay because I'm gonna attempt it for range anyway. Light sensitive. That's actually bad. I'm gonna remove it. That's pretty good. And okay, that doesn't really matter. That's a quirk which makes them interact with certain curio.
In time,
but
you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okay, I'm gonna send her for stress relief and also to remove the affliction because the affliction is bad. And you can as I've shown before, you can remove some of those things. Actually, can I? Yeah, I can. Okay,
Curious
good.
methodologies and
So I just
apparatus
upgraded our server to
calm
the
even
point
the
where we
most
have 2
tormented
places
soul.
for the medical ward and 2 for the treatment ward, which I wanted. Because I'm gonna remove soft on this guy, and I'm gonna remove light sensitive on this girl because I don't want them to suffer damage. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you like this little playthrough. I hope you like this little playthrough of mine of playing Darkest Dungeon, and I hope I hope you enjoyed it as well, of course. And I will see you next time because I think you will like it. Maybe, just maybe.